Proverbs 19 verse 17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again. As mentioned before, nothing is the same. It's just, you feel, it's like the only way, the only approach, it's just because I said it. After I said it, you thought you had to do it, and regard it as the only method and attitude, because I want to motivate you to do this. Therefore, from my perspective, I explained to you that it was necessary. In fact, doing everything, in its quantity, quality, time, and level, there are a lot of variables. But we all match. If I remember correctly, I looked at the past records. At that time, we bought the most significant Bitcoin at $190,000. I never expected 19 to be so important, and that was among the first Bitcoins. Not knowing it at the time, because the church's finances are tight, but after careful consideration, I still decided to buy. Until now, it was my birthday present. Certainly not at the time. What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of variables, but God, with the possibility and feasibility of these variables, as right in the center of the heart to seal our cause. There is a reason. In 100 ways, because of this level, I can aim for that one way to finish, and then, in 100 steps, each step was completed according to the order and practice God had given me. When I'm done, I'm more like God. God has confirmed this process. I was saying, just think of it and execute it. Like the information I share it as I remember it. Even so, if God also confirms, it just says in God's shaping process, we have completed the formation of God's mature character, full marks for me and my church, then He will confirm it. Therefore, we should look at the things around us from this perspective, and everything we deal with. In the process, we can treasure a little bit of character. What is the solution to this? For example, when you do something, you can do it very irritably, very ominously. Or, in the process, forget about whether you did it for your own good. So, when you do something, there are a lot of elements, variables, causing you to corrupt your character. The busier and bigger things get, the more resistance they encounter, the more you do, the more your character deteriorates. At least you'll be numb. Sometimes, the difficulty is so high it numbs. If you know the procedure, while you were doing it, or at least share sh character and treasure it, every point for themselves, really willing. And in doing so, there will be no frustration, no forgiveness, even hatred and anger. Imagine, why do so many people fail? Because he doesn't mind the stuff. As I've been saying for weeks, too often, we think about the character at the end. What are our priorities? When you do something, do you know what you think about first? You think it's profit, but it's not. Indeed, profit can only be the first thing you consider, have the most significant benefit. In fact, we do things first considering the mood. This is a top priority. Why do you want to be rich? Can money be eaten? No, because you're in a good mood. Why do you want to make money and be able to make money? Why do you want someone to appreciate you? Actually, your first priority is your emotions, your first concern is the mood, do you understand? Not character. But, if you think about character, even if you are willing to in your mood, in the face of other people's coercion, the tragic situation in the process, because of your emphasis on character. So, the first thing we think about is mood, even the benefits are to boost your mood. In the end, even though you see that the guy is rich and has a beautiful wife, but why does he feel like a failure? Because his mood made him feel defeated. When he's in a lousy mood and broke, found that his wife is not as imagined as the female star. In fact, nothing has changed. He got what he wanted, however, the mood is his first consideration. If you are in a bad mood, then divorce. Therefore, people's top priority is the mood. Benefits: selfish desires, selfishness, all for a better mood. Finally, consider character. So, this is the craziest, and that's why it's so valuable. It is to be able to cherish character, keep your character rising. Most people, on the other hand, keep their mood up, even at the risk of causing others to feel bad, start to be cold and selfish. It's all about the mood. However, the character of God is not like this. You know what? When you love your neighbor as yourself, there are many things for your determination. It's a struggle, a battle. And in later times, as the Bible says, it's natural for you not to mind your own business, then you will be like God. This is why every time God gives a vision, a direction, each one is bigger and more complicated than the last, each is more improbable than the previous. The more God values a person, the more he gives him problems. Because God knows he can bear it. Not only can he do that so easily, he can also make his character, sublimation again in the execution of this matter. In fact, throughout the Bible, this is what God appreciates most. The sublimation of character. Because God gives different visions to each person. Proverbs 19 verse 17. He that hath pity upon the poor lendeth unto the Lord, and that which he hath given will he pay him again.
Planted beside a river, a place where nobody knows, from just a little seed caught up in survival, a mighty tree has grown, resolute and resolved under pressure. Evil keeps striking blows, but still it never bends or breaks. Every leaf that grows, every fruit that bears, miracles no one's ever seen before. God's words ingrained in me, inside these roots forevermore. Every inch we rise closer to your likeness. The stars above us rejoice with one accord. You shine upon us, in time we shall receive your power, Lord.